Somewhere in the middle of your third emotional collapse over a lukewarm coffee, you realize it wasn't just a bad day. You've been quietly burning out for months, and no one noticed, not even you. Let's reverse engineer the collapse. Here are 7 eerily subtle signs you're quietly burning out, and it started way before you thought it did. Number 7. You fantasize about disappearing. But only just enough you don't want to die. You just want to vanish. Maybe move to a cabin in the woods, delete every account, and become a rumor. You dream about silence, not sleep. Distance, not death. The idea of just not existing for a while sounds better than any vacation. At this point, you're not asking for a break. You're bargaining with reality. You picture entire escape routes during meetings. A spreadsheet becomes a trigger, a text notification, a trap. You laugh it off. Haha, I'm so done. But underneath the joke is a kind of truth your nervous system is trying to scream, except you've trained it to whisper. By now, your smile has calcified. You say, I'm fine with the same energy as a phone on 1% at 2 a.m., technically alive, but not for long. This is the fallout phase. Not loud, not dramatic, just hollow, and you didn't even see it coming. Number 6. You've stopped caring about the things you used to obsess over. Remember when you used to double-check everything? Your outfit, your captions, your calorie intake, your texts. Perfectionism was your emotional support animal. But now, you send things off unedited. Your inbox is a graveyard of unread guilt. Your hair lives in a bun. Your standards have wandered off. This isn't growth. It's emotional erosion. You haven't let go of control. You've just run out of energy to pretend you have any. You're too numb to panic. You've stopped overthinking because your brain feels like a cluttered room you no longer have the strength to clean. It looks like detachment. It feels like disinterest. But what it is quiet grief. The part of you that cared is exhausted. And your subconscious is trying to ration the last drops of motivation for survival. Burnout doesn't always explode. Sometimes it just quietly deletes you from yourself. Number 5. Socializing feels like performance art you can't afford to rehearse. You're still showing up, still responding, still smiling at brunch. But it's all improv now. No script, no energy, just autopilot and muscle memory. You rehearse your "I'm good" in the mirror. You plan jokes in advance. You smile so hard your face hurts more than your heart. And that's impressive, considering how heavy your heart's been lately. Every conversation is an endurance test. You start canceling plans not out of laziness, but self-preservation. And when you do show up, you feel like a character cosplaying your old self. Behind the laughter is static. Behind the eye contact is dread. Your body's present, your soul is buffering. And then you go home and collapse like a bad Wi-Fi signal, exhausted, mask off, voice quiet. Finally. If social battery was a myth before, now it's a cruel joke. Number 4. You've become emotionally flatlined, but only in the ways no one can see. Your emotions are muted, not gone, just turned to grayscale. The highs don't feel high. The lows don't register. You're emotionally bilingual, fluent in "I'm fine" and whatever. People say, "You've been so chill lately." You've just stopped reacting because reacting costs energy, and you're saving that for breathing. You're not low maintenance. You're running on emergency mode. Your ability to cry, suspended. Your capacity for joy, diluted. You scroll past things that should move you and feel nothing. Your emotional thermostat is broken. You don't even flinch when things go wrong. You just nod and go, "Of course." And deep down, you miss the version of you that felt things, the one who cried at movies, who got mad at injustice, who cared. But right now, you're too tired to feel, and that's not peace, that's depletion. Number 3, sleep has become either your religion or your enemy. You're either sleeping 10 hours and waking up tired, Or you're sleeping 3 hours because your brain has turned into a late-night conspiracy theorist. Either way, rest isn't restful anymore. You go to bed wired, or you wake up drowning, or both. Sometimes it feels like your bed is trying to save you, and sometimes it feels like it's keeping you trapped. Dreams blur with anxiety. You scroll until your phone burns your retinas, and when you finally close your eyes, your thoughts host a rave you weren't invited to. Then the alarm hits, and you rise like a haunted Victorian child, ready to greet the day with a groan and a grudge. Sleep used to be an escape. Now it's a battlefield. Because when your mind is overloaded and your soul is frayed, even unconsciousness feels like work. Number 2, you feel guilty for doing nothing, but also for doing anything. You sit down to rest, and guilt taps you on the shoulder. You do something productive, and guilt slaps you for not doing more. Either way, you lose. Burnout is a cruel game where enough is always just out of reach. You're haunted by the ghosts of your own expectations. You hear your inner critic narrate every choice like it's a crime scene. Resting. Really, you have a to-do list. Working. Wow, what about self-care? You can't win. You don't know how to stop. But you also don't know how to keep going. You feel lazy and overloaded at the same time. You get irrationally angry at yourself for needing a break, as if exhaustion is weakness, not biology. And the worst part? You don't even realize that what you're feeling is burnout. You just think you're failing. You're not. You're exhausted. But burnout doesn't use sirens. It whispers. Number 1. You've been performing stability so well, even you're convinced you show up. You hit deadlines. You crack jokes. You reply with, "Haha, I'm dying," and everyone laughs, including you. You post memes about anxiety like they're badges. You give advice you no longer follow. You still look high-functioning because your collapse is quiet, curated, and carefully timed. But inside, you're unraveling, not dramatically, strategically. You break down only in safe zones, the shower, the car, late at night when no one's watching. You've become a master illusionist, the magician of mental health. You smile with tired eyes. You say, "I've just been busy," like it's a flex, not a cry for help. And it works. You've fooled them all, even yourself, because you think, if I were really burning out, I wouldn't be functioning. But that's the most dangerous myth of all. Burnout doesn't always look like collapse. Sometimes it looks like competence, smiling, nodding, executing, until you disappear. If any of this sounded eerily familiar, maybe it's not just a phase. Maybe you're burning out quietly, behind the mask. And that doesn't make you weak. It makes you human in a world that demands too much. Take a moment, breathe. Let this video be your pause button. Comment below if you see yourself in this, or if you're ready to stop performing stability and start reclaiming yourself. And if this helped, subscribe. Stay weird, stay real, and remember, you're not broken. You're just tired.